Jody, another game on the horizon, Rochdale on Saturday. Aside propping up the rest of the table at the moment, but how much of a challenge is it going to be?
Well, every game is a challenge. Obviously, you can make it easier if you're on top of your own game. But listen, we need to get points ourselves, and travelling away, playing away from home is never going to be easy. But at the same time, obviously realising that Rochdale are not exactly firing on all cylinders at the minute, but you do have to look at, it was only I think 2 games ago they beat Stevenage, so and I think even before that they beat Bradford as well, which is no easy feat. So we're going to have to be prepared and obviously on top of our own game to get anything from the travelling that we're going to have to do. So listen, it's another opportunity for us to pick up some much needed points.
And when you come up against a side who are sort of fighting for their lives, do you approach the game in a slightly different way, or is it a case of, look, we just keep going as we are and keep improving?
No, yeah, for me personally, I've never been one to kind of change or kind of adapt to your opposition as far as wherever they are in the league. I think we need to be professional and prepare, whether we're playing someone in a cup game that's in the Premier League or someone that's obviously at the bottom of our own league. So listen, I think what we do and how we kind of prepare is up to us, regardless of opposition.
And what will be key for your side to get a result on Saturday, do you think?
Well, I think we need to be a little bit better on the ball as far as creating opportunities. But I have to say, of late, I think in open play we've been really good off the ball. I think we've limited some real good teams to minimal chances, and that's down to the work rate and the work that the lads have put in off the ball. But we will need to improve as far as, particularly in the final third, where I felt we lacked a little bit the other night.
No disrespect to Rochdale, but will your players feel a bit of pressure at the weekend to get a result when you are playing a side that are struggling down the bottom there, having played pretty much the best sides in the league recently? Is there a bit of added pressure on the players to go and get a result, because obviously fans will expect us to go and get something?
Well, I'd like to think that the players are putting themselves under pressure in every game that they play in, regardless of, like I said, when we go into Leighton Orient, who are at the top of the league, I wanted to go there and win the game. Same playing Carlisle, I felt we actually deserved to win the game against Carlisle. But I think as far as preparation and maybe added pressure, I think it still should be exactly the same. Like, there's no difference as far as whether we're preparing for someone at the top of the league or around the bottom. So I'm hoping that it's no different, but at the same time there should be pressure put on yourselves.
And obviously 3 points gets us back to winning ways and also gets that sort of playoff place or playoff push back on track.
Yeah, but like I said, I said it the other night, every game that goes by that we ain't getting maximum points, obviously we're making it a little bit harder for ourselves, but we've got to approach game by game at the moment and try and get the most out of ourselves from a performance perspective, but then hopefully if we do take care of that, the results should follow.
And I know you've made a few changes to your starting 11s. I know some have been forced, but some have also been sort of changing things up a little bit. The players that have come in, is that giving you a bit more food for thought ahead of the games that are coming up?
Well, to be honest, you always should be thinking about your starting lineup. Especially, listen, it's different if you're winning every game 3-4-0. Then obviously choosing a starting lineup can sometimes be an easier thing. But like I said, with the results, with individual performances, you obviously need to consider where people are physically. But at the same time, like I said, there's certainly people that played the other night that didn't do themselves any harm as far as going forward and in the selection process. But at the same time, there's people that have done well that maybe didn't get to start the other night. So we'll see how it goes.
And just finally, Ed Brand is in the dugout with you. How much of a difference has he made in the short space of time he's been able to attend the match days?
Yeah, well, me and Ed have got a long-standing working relationship, and I certainly feel more comfortable when he's in the dugout with me, and I'm pleased for him because obviously that's where he wants to be, and not being able to kind of do your job properly up until now is obviously been frustrating for everyone involved. So no, I'm always pleased to have me right hand man next to me, and it's where he should be.
All the best on Saturday.
Cheers, mate.